Ray Give TV exclusive. Yo, ping Ray in here, bro.
He just popped in.
There it go. Somebody must have told him.
It's Ray Give TV.
Okay, so check it out. Wack 100 brings Reggie Wright to Clubhouse to speak with Big Chuck about Gene Deal, and Wack and Reggie flames Gene. What? I want to give a shout out to Wack 100, the whole 100 side spin the block.
Let's get to the content.
It's Ray Give TV.
In the block.
It's real. So now, Chuck, there go Reg, Chuck. Chuck and them got some questions for you.
Yo, Reggie. Like,
Yes, sir.
I know this whole situation with Gene Deal and Wack 100. I'm sure you heard it, but Wack had made mention of him being, you know what I'm saying, a cop, a probation officer, and like a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, they know you for being a cop as well. You know what I'm saying, serving your time. But like, what's the difference between you and Gene Deal when it came to the way y'all handled the industry?
Well, number one, I resigned from being a cop in 1990. 1990. I was on leave from 95 to 96, but I retired officially in 96. And so my opinion on that would be, yeah, there were things that was observed or stuff that I did as far as pushing up on some people and all of that for my retired days as a cop. But my position with Gene and my issue and the little bit that I heard about Wag's position was Gene was seeing and observing all this stuff while being an active police officer and stuff.
That's
And it was stuff that was happening to females and people like that, which even with me as being a retired cop or a black man, you wasn't doing no bullshit like that with me around no females or nothing. Some niggas might have got slapped and all of that, but they would have me excuse myself from the room or something like that going down.
Hold on,
You know what I
Reggie.
mean?
Tell him again. What did niggas do with the security? We told them to do what?
Leave the room.
Nigga,
They would make us leave.
No,
They
nigga,
didn't
no,
even do stuff. Go ahead.
Bro, Chuck, when I was telling y'all, it's two phases of security. It's us, and then it's the security. Nigga, we not doing nothing, saying nothing,
Exactly.
none of that in front of Reg.
I would be told, they'd be like, Reg, all right, it's all good, Reg. That means get your ass out of here.
Mm-hmm. So like you doing like you.
So that was a respectful thing where they wasn't disrespecting my little position or exposition. I had that. Suge or his homeboys would do that a lot. I was kind of a hot-headed dude. Y'all don't know much about me. Y'all think y'all do, but I have. Let me.
How many niggas you drew down on?
Niggas had to pull me off niggas at some time. I'll just say that.
It's Ray Give TV.
But that was me. But but it wasn't like we were just going out there beating up on people or anything like that. That was not the case. It was generally niggas that were being disrespectful and doing stuff. I'd have been with niggas that got shot in the leg. What I'm talking about that is a dude named Diamond and Big West. That's when y'all hear the story from KVD when he said me and Suge went chasing the Neckbone and Buntree and was firing shots at those niggas. That's a true statement. Suge Car didn't get shot up or nothing like that, but we had to react. So I done been in situations like that.
Why did they like do that? Like, why did they come?
I don't know. I guess could be some Crip and Blood thing. The two dudes that got shot were really Crips that was with us, but they shot in the crowd where we all were at. It was about 5 or 6 of us at a club called Paradise on I forget the city, but it's in Hollywood.
Man, listen, bro, let me say this.
Go ahead.
Reggie was hired as a security company.
Correct.
He was given a big ass budget and he had people under him, right? Reggie didn't necessarily have to sit there and stand at a door. He had a
Correct.
company.
Never did.
This nigga over here was just a nigga that got a day rate. He wasn't a company. Two different niggas.
So like during your time frame though, Reggie, like back in the 90s, because I think that's what Gene said he was running with Puffy. Did you ever have an encounter with Gene on the West Coast? Because basically the way he said is like Puff shit. He had that reign on the West Coast, like wasn't nobody touching nobody.
I know that nigga
In his camp.
Man. Who you talking about, Gene, or you talking about Puffy?
Gene, did you ever seen?
Gene has told a story about the Soul Train Awards, right? Where he even now tell it. Where when he first started telling the story, he was saying, "I had Puff and we was in a corner, and I had him checked over there." Now that as he got more comfortable, he telling how Puffy took and ran up underneath the trailer. Y'all go and listen to it when we was at the Soul Train Awards, and he talks how Puffy took off and ran. So my point is, and then no disrespect to people closest and all of that, because we ain't gonna go into New York without some niggas from New York with us. Ain't no nigga
That's a
coming
fact.
from New York to LA and be checking niggas out here.
Ain't happening. You're dying.
Ain't happening. And vice versa. I'll give y'all that. When we went into towns and all of that, I ain't saying we had a whole crew of dudes from New York
Bro, tell him about the
or dudes
homie
from
that was
Atlanta.
gonna run Death Row East. All you gotta do is mention his name. They know.
Yeah, Big D is one dude. That was who we whenever. Not the Big D with the dude whose son got in trouble with jail. It's a big light skinned nigga. Any of y'all know that's from New York. You know, it's a big dreadhead, light skinned dude with dreads in his head and all that. Named Big D. That nigga, we just call him Big
It's
D. You
Ray
know,
Gift
we'll have
TV.
one or two or three dudes with us from their town. That's how you need to roll when you go into other people's towns.
Reggie,
Is my point. So
ask you
I
this.
was just asking you a question about Big Gene.
It's Ray
Yeah,
For him to
Gift
be saying all of that,
TV.
Hit the block.
I don't believe it's true.
no,
I really believe he's capping. Y'all just think of this. Y'all think of this. Knowing Suge and his mentality and all this. Y'all know Big Jake got killed uh September of 1995, right? Y'all know that Biggie and L had the trailer shot up in December of 95. And so sometime when they didn't get the Rolls Royces until April of 1996. So Suge, because he got some LA niggas with him, going to let Puffy Combs check him by saying, because that's a check if y'all
Man,
don't know what
Puff
y'all.
don't even talk like that. You know that.
Yeah, we got any problems out here?
yeah.
He don't even talk
And
like
Suge gonna say, no, y'all good.
fuck out of here.
Man, come on. All right.
Yo, Reggie,
Hey, one
Okay.
thing,
got a
listen, Reg, tell it.
go ahead.
One thing, Nick, them niggas kept with them, we all keep with us.
Everybody.
It's called a motherfucking shooter. They don't give a fuck who it is. They don't give a fuck, nigga, these suicide bombers. Nigga, all they want is their mama taking care of money on their books and they going. Nigga, you think a nigga gonna pull up on that nigga talking about niggas weak? Nigga, they gon' I'm like, listen to this nigga like, but
Yeah,
Gene ain't a street nigga, he's a doofus nigga, just
exactly.
making up shit. Nigga, what?
And I even try to show y'all by the cars that he tried to say. He always say Pac was in a white Rolls Royce. White
Right.
Rolls Royce. He's seen a white Rolls Royce before.
Yeah, I heard that.
But guess who has the white Rolls Royce? Snoop.
Mm.
Pac's Rolls Royce was black.
That nigga be talking.
Now people make little mistakes like that. I give you that.
Nah, you ain't gonna make no mistakes, black or white. That nigga
I'm
know.
just telling you that's the
I
shit
know
that
that
you
nigga. You
saw
know
on
that nigga
magazine
drove a
covers.
beat up ass motherfucking Ford Explorer? That's what Gene drove.
Yeah. But we all wasn't grateful like you, Wack, to be we all wasn't blessed like you, Wack, to be
No,
riding
I
around the
wasn't.
five
I
hundreds and
mean,
shit
listen,
and on the
I don't
tractor
know. They
truck
say
and
I
all that.
drove sure. They say I was sure driver. I thought that was
I
Marquez.
don't get where they get that. And all the times I saw you in the car with Suge, you was on the passenger seat.
That's it. That nigga wasn't letting them nigga drive him but Marquez. You know that
He
a
don't
fucking Danny boy.
and he was in the back seat.
Yeah.
He wasn't in the front seat.
No,
Then
he wouldn't be in the front. Suge literally had a car where he had the
with
passenger
the front,
front seat removed, and
yeah,
he would sit in the back seat
on a 600 bin. This is a $140,000 car. He moved the front passenger seat out of the car.
removed. Marquez to drive.
And
Marquez.
that's where you can have leg rooms and all of that. But and so nobody would be asked to ride with him.
Yeah, you can't ride with him.
They did none of them roll with Pac and Suge. That was one of the rare times that they rolled together when that happened, and that was done at the last minute. If y'all
Chuck,
hear
you got to
anything,
remember, bro,
It's Ray Gift
we are not of
TV.
any use to him in the car. We have used to him following the car,
Right.
the side of the car, behind the car. This nigga right here is weird, bro.
That's what I asked
Weird
you,
as
man.
shit.
It's Ray
Nigga, we
Gift
rolled back then. We
TV.
In the
rolled left
block.
plank, right plank, rear, in a lead car. That's how we move, nigga. Wasn't nothing pulling up on none of that shit.
And in defense to that, we learned from that. We learned to do that. We were slipping that night in Vegas.
Like a
I
motherfucker.
wasn't in it. I wasn't in the
Reggie,
entourage.
so you said
So I'll be honest.
slipping? You said
Go ahead.
slipping? Y'all was slipping in Vegas?
We were
Yeah, they
slipping.
was slipping, bro.
Man, we were riding single file. Simon says, follow the leader.
You didn't hear my interview on Bomb First? It just came out today. Go listen to it. I broke it down. I said, bro, that's on Suge.
You know, well, I gotta take the blame on that.
You wasn't
I,
there, Reg. They sent
I
you to the
know. But
motherfucking club.
yeah, I was at the club.
You know what I'm saying? Them niggas know, nigga. Like Suge ain't supposed to be. Hey, nigga, where you niggas at? He looked to his left, looked to his right. Ain't nothing there.
What was
You
they
see how
on
elite they were.
though, Reggie?
What did the
Like,
female say Pac was doing? What did the female say Pac was doing?
All out the window and shit.
Hollering for females, trying to get females' attention.
so that's they
Follow up.
Again,
they
sit
left
your
there
ass
without
down, nigga.
Huh?
that was their vibe when they left there without security. They was just on some like, you know what, we about to
Man, we were untouchable. I'm not saying we were. In our minds, the way we think, man, you'd never thought that shit would have happened there. Like I said, we were slipping. When I say we, I'm not saying Death Row.
Hey Reggie, a few times you said that night was unusual in the sense that y'all had to maybe change some things around, like people security getting pulled off pod, things that and the third. Like was
Well, one
that a
guy didn't
normal
show
night,
up.
or when you say y'all
One
got
guy didn't.
caught slipping, can you just break down the whole overall night and like what was different?
Well, one guy that should have Pac was at that time was having two security with him at all time. One guy never didn't show up. His name was Kevin Hackey. He said he had a late arrest. I was never notified that he didn't show up. But the main thing that you're talking about, bro, is Pac went over to the club to the MGM, just him and Frank in a fucking taxi cab. He was so tired in his mind of showing up because Suge leaves every place late, but Suge is the type of nigga that makes you wait hours before he shows up. Always late. And you know, to a prize fight, you can be an hour late because it may say 7 o'clock and the fight won't start till 8:30. But Suge wouldn't get there until 9. You know, Suge was just always, and Pac was tired of being late to the fight because you know that's when Mike Tyson was knocking niggas out first round, second round. And a couple of times that's what happened. And so Pac was like, he called me, like, Reg, where's Suge at? Because Suge was at his house, and Pac had a room at the Luxor because, you know, he had his girl with him and stuff. And he was like, where you at? You know, well, I'll meet y'all over there. You know, tell him I'll meet y'all there. I'm on my way because I'm tired of being late. And, you know, I'm like, okay. And so that was unusual. Usually they would all roll and we
It's
would all
Ray
went
Gift
together. Pac and
TV.
In
Frank
the
went there by
block.
themselves. Now, of course, everything went well. Nothing happened. But then coming out, y'all see him coming out. He's hyped, right? Y'all seen him walking out. There's footage of
It's
him
Ray
walking out.
Gift
Him,
TV.
Frank, Suge, and everybody. So Mike Tyson knocked him out in what, 2 rounds? 1 round or whatever. He's hyped, feeling good. They walking out. And then the incident with Orlando happened.
But
So,
ultimately, though, you're responsible for placement, right? Who you placed at 666?
yeah, I
You
mean,
know who
you're
went
too
with who?
security. You're too security. But let me just say this. If I would have got called and said, hey, Reg, only one security hacky never haven't showed up. For me to say I would have ran and I need somebody over there with Pac and all of that, I wouldn't have did that. I'm gonna keep it real. I would have been all right. Y'all coming to the club? We all here at the club. We got everything on lock and cool at the club. And knowing that there's about 10 homeboys. Oh, nigga, you disciplined. You know, you stay in the room. You ain't coming out tonight. You tripping. I would have been concerned that maybe the cops are looking for us, trying to see now. I wonder if the police looking for us and all of that. So that would have been a big concern. But to be concerned that those niggas about to come back and retaliate like that, I was slipping. We were slipping. They were slipping, especially knowing what happened. I never knew about the MGM fight until after they had got shot and all of that. and you know, Pac was laying up fighting for his life in the emergency room.
Yo, Reggie,
Is when I learned what happened.
Suge Knight keep mentioning Snoop Dogg name in involvements with that whole situation.
Yeah,
He
that's
wasn't.
vengeful. That's being vengeful, bro. That's all that is. That's that's showing you Suge's. I have a lot of positive things to say about Suge, but I have some negative things to say about Suge as well. And that's one of his negative things where he will lie on you.
That nigga get vindictive. Like Reg, I be telling him,
Yeah,
I said, yo, he gonna run out of shit to talk about, and then he gonna just start lying, and niggas believe him because they just think it's
yeah,
real. The nigga just start
yeah.
making up shit.
That's
Straight
what's
up.
happening on that, y'all. And that I don't know if that's a young man's trait or I don't know what trait that is, but I mean I was like that as well. I'll be honest. I would lie on you and be like, "Fuck you, motherfucker." You know, I would talk shit. You
Y'all will comment down below. Let me know what y'all think about the content. Wack 100 brings Reggie Wright to Clubhouse, flames up Gene Deal, and Suge Knight, man. It's your boy Ray Gibb. Let's get back to it.
I will say all of those words, but we're 50-something years old now.
Hey, did you know?
Can I
Hey,
ask you a
Reggie, did
question
you
real
know
quick,
that
sir?
Suge had that vindictive nature when he was out, or did he develop
Yeah.
that while he was in prison?
No, I have always known that about Suge, and that was before he was rich too.
Hey, look, speaking about like him being rich, like it's a whole thing that going on the internet when it comes to Whack 100. Like, did he pay for his mom's funeral?
I mean that's
Or
factual.
how that thought like beforehand, or did Suge contact him and tell him that he need help?
Well, only Wack and Suge. Okay, let me just say this: only Wack and Suge knows that conversation. If y'all want to keep it real, but I do know the conversations with Wack while he was paying for it, and how his wife was in the background and then telling him, "Are you sure you want to do this? You know we working on our remodeling our kitchen right now. Or was it your kitchen or something? They
Yeah,
were
yeah,
remodeling right now.
yeah, yeah.
You pulling from our family budget right now to do this." And Wack like, "Baby, I got it. We're gonna make it back.
This
We're gonna
right
make it 10 times.
DOTCC.
We're gonna be good." I don't mean to be putting Wack business out there.
That's a
Like
fact.
but we
Spent
all
damn
got
near 120,000 in
budgets.
the kitchen. Right? I didn't
We
know
all
you
got
remembered
budgets.
that shit, nigga.
Yeah. Yeah. So I know that I'm on the phone directing Wack while he's on the phone how to get to the what was that the transit center
Whatever that is in
to go and
Compton.
put the deposit down to pay for it and all of that. I know that happened.
That nigga's
I
crazy.
know she'll go over there asking Wack, Reg ain't coming to the funeral. Reg,
All that.
Hey, Reggie, at that time,
Reg
was
not coming to
he
my mama's
grateful?
funeral.
Was he grateful like for that act, like during that time frame?
At the time he was. At the time he was. But then that's the only reason I know I catch a lot of flack, and I know that was some bitch shit that I did. I get it now. I realize it, and I go in and out with Suge and have my feelings and all that. But right now in the day, 2024, the bitch shit that I did by coming between Wack and Suge, by not giving that audio to Wack in advance and saying, Wack, listen to this, dog. How you want to deal with that? Where he just heard it on YouTube himself when I playing it and saying, well, this is why Wack is. This is,
What audio
this
are
is
you
the real
referring
Wack.
to, Reggie? For the people who don't know.
Um, it's a conversation between a real reputable guy from Fruitown Pyru. That's all I'll say. And Suge on the phone, and Suge is pretty much, in my opinion, disrespecting Wack, calling him a truck driver and trying to downplay him because he making little moves or whatever in the music business. And Suge been in the position that he's in at the time, where I think he was trying to bring another man down into the eyes of some people that everybody looked up to or had respect for.
But Red,
Well,
that
And
what's
ain't
I
the
no
don't like
bitch
nature
that.
of
shit,
your
Red. Hold on,
association?
bro. That ain't
Go
no
ahead.
bitch shit because Red, I would have still been asleep. Nigga,
Yeah.
I didn't, nigga, like, come on, Red, I ain't
Well,
never
when I
made
say
no
bitch
money with
shit,
that nigga.
when I say bitch shit, I'm saying because I could have gave it to you privately instead of
Man,
YouTube.
oh yeah, you right. It definitely hit YouTube. And then
Yeah,
you send it to me. That's real shit.
yeah, yeah.
Yo,
That's
Reggie, let
crazy.
me ask you this question about P Diddy, like far as like the raid. Like a lot of people
Okay.
that they like you, Gene, y'all both had called it like he was gonna get raided, and some of these allegations was gonna come out. So like what's your response to that, bro? Like how did you have that type of info?
Well, common sense, I call it. If I'm an informant or Gene's an informant or whatever, one thing the police ain't gonna let you do is be telling shit before it happens. Because now you doing what? You're endangering their lives, they would say. So if I'm telling something like that and I have knowledge that that was going to happen, and one of those cops got hurt during that raid or got shot or something like that, their families would be suing me definitely civilly, but I might be held to some criminal acts. So I think that stupidity with people to say, oh, because he's an informant and all of that, and he's working with the government or he sets it
It's
up.
Ray Gift
So you're gonna
TV.
tell it in advance? I gotta think about what y'all be saying.
Yeah, no, that's a fact that actually makes a lot of sense because that is putting a whole lot of lives in danger at that point.
Yeah, and then one of those
It's
cops got
Ray
hurt
Gift
doing that,
TV.
and they got some knowledge that I knew somehow that that was going to go down, and one of those motherfuckers came up dead or something like that. Man, sometimes you tell people, I don't want to hear that shit. I ain't talking about cop stuff. If a nigga about to go do something right now, you told me I'm about to go do this. Nigga, don't be talking to me about no shit like that. Nigga, bye. I don't want to hear that.
Your motherfucker.
But a lot of people that don't haven't been in those situations and don't have that street common sense, they tend to believe other things.
So like with the Diddy whole situation with Diddy, like far as the allegations that it came up so far, like what like do you believe him?
Oh, I believe them wholeheartedly. I've been saying it. I've been telling it before Cassidy came out with her shit that that's what he was doing, dealing with, and doing. It's for me to sit up and say, now I'm saying based on what Mark Curry and Gene Deal are saying, how they are on YouTube talking about drinks being made and this happening, people waking up with their butt sore and talking about ask Usher about the Diddy counts and all of that. And so based on hearing all of that, that would be like, wait a minute, hold on. If people like that that's allegedly around him, I ain't never been around Puffy in my motherfucking life if it wasn't for an event. But people that's around them in those type of settings saying shit like that, you better believe they come. Let me start saying some shit about Suge Knight did this to a little boy, and I'm not saying I would never say that. I have never seen that or believe Suge has a trait like that. But I'm just saying, let me start saying some shit like that. Let me say some, put some age things on some of these. Anyway, let some stuff like that start happening, and see how quick he started getting investigated, along with some accusations.
So how do you feel about Gene Deal though? Like, is he I guess shining the
Gene
light on the
Deal is
truth,
doing.
or does he have a motive, or like what's your thoughts on him? Because he's kind of
Gene
going
Deal.
hard at Diddy, no Diddy.
Gene Deal has learned the social media. He's working. He's doing content. He's making shit up to entertain y'all. He's worse than Jaguar Wright. Those that sets on the internet and make shit up, read shit, but they're very entertaining.
Can I ask you a question about Pac, bro?
About who?
Tupac.
Oh, okay, sure.
Were you a part of any of the Machiavellis at all? A part of the Machiavelli album?
You talking about the stuff that leaked on the streets?
Yeah, okay, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So like about the it was like Machiavelli 1 through like 17. Was that real?
That happened. I was devastated when it happened. But if you want to keep it real, that's how I put the albums together that I did until the end of time.
It's
That's
Ray
how I
Gift
found the two
TV.
songs and picked "Who Do You Believe In"
That's one of
and
my
"A Friend Like
favorite
Me" for
songs,
Chronic
bro.
2000 and for Death Row Uncut. That's how I was able to say, okay, these are songs I was gonna do.
It's
But there
Ray
was a guy
Gift
that was a Tupac
TV.
head. The guy named the Realist. Y'all know him, Javon Jones.
Always talk
And
about the realest.
Yeah,
AKA
he
Shenanigan from Above the Rim soundtrack. No
Okay.
doubt.
he was like my guy. I'm not a music head. I'm not a guy that know music. I'm an ex-cop. I just got business and common sense, I think. But the realist was into that shit. He could tell you Tupac versus. I mean, I remember me and him had the biggest argument in front of Suge because he's like, that changes song is whack, Reggie. That shit ain't gonna do nothing. That song was already out on one of the Are You Still Down album. That
Right.
verse already been out. And I was like, I don't know, Suge. I don't care. But that shit's a hit. That shit's gonna push this greatest hit album.
How'd you
And
feel
really
about
like
that late night track with him and
was
DJ
quick.
Quick?
I knew it. My point is, stuff like that is what me and the realist used to run to the Compton swap meet every time he heard a disc was out, and we used to go over there and buy one like a fucking, you know, like a consumer. He would come to my house, and I was living in Marina Del Rey at the time, and we'll be heading to the Compton swap meet, because he knew I knew dudes over there in the parking lot that were selling the bootlegs, and that's how I found out for the Machiavellis, and that's how I found out. I
Thank
used to
you, bro.
always think it was done by the people at Pacific Archives. Somebody was still in there, but I my boy John Highland, the guy that I do Bomb First with, he got a list of the DATs. So what we did, me and Edie was working for the estate for Tupac mom and stuff, and then I was, of course, for Death Row behalf. We had an agreement with the estate during the lawsuit where we had to turn over all of the Tupac songs to Interscope. They was gonna be like the escrow to hold everything for us. And so we went over there, and somehow all of the DATs that were made in that session at Bernie Grubman's, not Bernie Grubman's, at Skip Sailor's, where we turned everything over to Interscope, those DATs were presented into the thing, and somehow they got leaked from somebody.
Yeah, because it was all
Uh,
over Napster. I had that when I was like 14 years old. I had every Tupac song that was ever.
yeah, there's some that hadn't made it on there that's still out there, but there was a lot that
Hey,
majority of them were.
Reg, they said
You
And
got
trust me,
that,
we hated
Reg,
that.
you got that batch that we niggas got caught with up in Detroit in the warehouse.
Well, that's a batch too. Yes, correct.
That's
That
a
was
batch
with
that
huh?
ain't never been released. That was down there. The
Yes,
12 that
those
ain't
the
been
ones.
released that's
Correct,
down in that vault. Yeah.
correct, correct.
Those the ones I
Yes,
was administering all the music.
Hey Reg, they said that Daz Dillinger got a whole lot of unreleased and
that's claimed to have gotten a lot of things. That's claimed to have gotten a lot of things. When you remember, he was selling all of y'all CDs for $500 that a lot of y'all never got. There's a lot of people that sent him the $500, and he never sent the CDs to them.
Have you ever heard
But
of a dude named Black Hayes? He sounded like Tupac. He was a nigga from New York.
I've never heard of him, bro.
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, I only know about the realist.
I mean,
And
Of course, but he was like a knockoff. Like after Pac passed away.
hey, outside, give me a second, King.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so Reg, like with this whole Keefy D situation, like we spoke on, you know what I'm saying, you knew about the raid with the P. Diddy and like it was common sense. Like I agree with you. A lot of people was thinking that, right? But when it came to Keefy D and his whole situation with his raid, you know, you spoke on that. It was like
yeah.
they coming. You know what I'm saying? How did you know
Well,
that?
they came to my house. I don't know if Wack have ever exposed to
That's
y'all.
a fact. They came
Uh,
to his house. Right.
and I showed Wack the video. Wack got on
Yeah.
me and said, "Nigga, who else you sending this to?" And he said, "Well, your wife does send it to somebody." I said, "My wife don't even do like that. She don't even know how to work these cameras." He said, "Well, somebody else got it." And I was like, "Well, I don't know who else got it because I only sent it to you and my boy John." And so my point is, they I gave it to Wack, and Wack could have did whatever he wanted with it. But I showed him probably a year before that happened that they came knocking on my door. I even talked about it on Bomb First. If people, I don't have a big reach like you guys and all of that. I only get about 25 to 30,000 a day. But I talk about everything. I'm very transparent. I can go and show you where I done talked about everything that ever comes up about me. People just start hearing it when it goes viral or whatever, and be like, "Oh, this nigga did this or did that." But people that's really Bomb First fans, well, not fans. We don't have fans. I call it a family. But Bomb First Family or community, Reggie done spoke on shit before.
Can I ask you a question?
Hold on one
Sure, of course.
that 1 second. That. Let me just follow up with this Keefe D question. So Keefe D had basically said that he had slept with your wife. Like any thoughts on that? Did you address?
Well, number one, you know, my wife, I don't believe was a virgin when I met her, but that was allegedly, according to him, was before I even knew she existed on the planet. Okay, but that's one thing.
So that
I
means it
don't
wouldn't have been
control
his wife.
exactly, and that's what that means. But I don't, I don't control what any female do with their bodies or what they done. I don't.
But Reg, what's sis say? You know
Once I
she'll just
marry him,
fuck, she'll tell you. You ever ask
but
her?
I will act. That's what I said. My wife has no reason to
Hell no,
to
she's
deny it.
straightforward.
She'd be like, "Yeah, nigga, before I knew you existed or whatever I did."
Yeah, she's
Y'all seen her,
straightforward, nigga.
and she is, and she's a ghetto chick from Compton that that have never told me. Now, if she had told me she was a virgin or something like that, it might have been. But I only worry about, and what I want to teach you young people do. Only worry about what a female do with their pussy after they get with you.
That's a fact.
Oh, that's real, real. Hey, I got this other question when it comes down to like, what do you feel about Suge Knight podcast? You think that's a good look or a bad look for him to come out some of the subjects that he's
I
speaking?
mean, he trying to generate some money for his, not for himself, because it only take us about $500 a month to live in prison. So, $500, you good. But if that's what he elects to do to generate some money for his girl and his kid, you know, hats for him. Hats off to him. I wish he would address things that y'all really want to hear. I can take about 10 things just off the top of my head that really needs to be addressed and not all of the opinions about other things or lately the last episode was just out bashing people. But hey, I get it.
Reg,
Do
that
what you
nigga
do.
got one more time to utter my name in any type of
I know. I
weird
already
way,
know. I
and
already
I'ma
know.
let that shit go and let the world hear him talk about how Pac got
That's all I
fucked
asked
in the
Wack to do.
penitentiary.
I just said let's give him to episode 16 and see what he
Damn.
says.
He got
Wack,
one
you
more
said
time, bro.
how Pat? What'd you say? Can you say that last part again?
He got one more
Episode,
time to utter my name in the wrong way, and I'm gonna let the world hear him talk about how Pac got fucked when he was in prison.
Hold on,
What,
Oh,
what, what he denies.
oh
you
yeah.
said Suge Knight was saying
Well,
Pop was getting
yeah, hey, you
fucked
know
in
what?
Hey,
jail.
You
hey, look,
know,
let me tell y'all something. Hold on, Reg. Bro,
uh,
I am who the fuck I am, bro. Niggas can say what the fuck they want. I am who I am. When I say it is what it is, it ain't never been that. Not been that, bro.
all right, and let me put my disclaimer on that. We're not saying that happened or anything like that.
You
Have
saying
all
that
I
Suge,
said,
y'all saying that
all I have
Nah, nah,
ever
nah, nah,
said,
Reggie. You didn't say
all I
shit.
have ever
Wack
said
just let
is
us know that Suge said this.
all.
Wack didn't
That's a
say y'all
fact.
said it.
That's
Wack
all
said
I'm.
Suge
That's
said this.
That's
all.
but yeah,
That's
Sugar go on there
all.
and say
That's all I'm
it
saying.
never,
And then
he never. You a motherfucking liar, nigga.
I
You know
said
what the
all I'm
conversation
saying is
was.
that's what uh Wack gets this information from. That's all that's all I'm confirming. Is
That's
I
a
know where
fact.
Wack get. Yes.
Straight out that nigga mouth.
Yes.
Hey Reggie, you know what you just did, right?
What?
You know you just verified
y'all
that
for
shit,
the
right?
No, I didn't. I don't know that
you got
happened.
you got so shook up about that, man.
No, no, because that's a sensitive topic, and
No,
and we
what I'm
don't
saying
know.
is
We don't
the way
Ghost,
know.
the
this
internet
nigga
gonna
right
take
here
that.
be fighting me, Ghost. The nigga be holding me hostage, right? He be
Yeah.
holding me hostage like a motherfucker. Whack, you bet not. I'm like, Red, what you, nah, nigga, I know you. This nigga just said something. I said, Reg, he got one more time. He said, Brack, you gonna shake the world with that shit. Reg know what a nigga got. He know what a
Now
nigga got.
All
Reggie was kind of alluding to that a little bit
all
yesterday in his conversation. He was
already
saying
has
like he
said.
was basically saying like you might be saying some more shit if Suge said some more shit to you.
All
That's
I
a fact.
said, and all Reggie is saying, is I know where WAC 100 get the information that a lot of people that loves pop dislike Wack for. That's all I'm saying.
Why?
No doubt. Hey, going back to this
If people
podcast
don't
though.
understand that, because I know how this YouTube and everybody put it out. If y'all don't understand what Reggie is saying, please really listen and comprehend what Reggie's saying.
Y'all heard it.
Reggie is
Clout.
saying that he knows where Wack gets it from
Reggie, let me
and
ask you
why
this question.
Wack's not a liar.
Reggie, let me
You
ask you
know,
this. Let me ask you this question real quick, bro.
go ahead.
We all heard all the speculation about Mob James in the past, right?
Okay.
About him telling and shit, right? But then here recently, like the last couple years, these documents came out with pictures of him with his face, you know, with his face covered and all that shit in the DA documents and shit. But anybody that know Mob James and even people on the internet could tell that's
That's
him.
right, GFT.
Have you ever seen those pictures, Reggie?
Bro, Ghost,
I
we ran
saw.
the paperwork on our floor, bro. What you talking about? That's old work. We ran all the work. Reggie was mad at me, didn't talk to me
No,
for
because
6 months
That's
about
right,
that
no,
shit.
the
GFT.
reason I'm asking because Reggie was yesterday when he was speaking, he was like basically saying like he never seen the paperwork, he don't remember the
I never
paperwork or
said I
Cause
something.
didn't
he,
see
cause
that. I said. I
he
what I
asked his
said is I
No,
homeboy.
that's what
never.
you said. You said that's not him. That's what you said. You said that's
That's
not
what I
him.
said. I
Do you
said I
still
don't
feel like that's
believe.
not him?
I said I don't believe that that's him on the pictures that's posted. I can adamantly say that
Come
they.
on,
That's his
Reggie.
homie.
Reggie.
That's his
Oh,
homie.
Reggie.
Reggie. Come on, Reggie.
Yo,
That's what I
Ghost, that's
said.
his homie. See, you gotta know how
That's
to
what I
ask Reg
said.
a question.
Yes.
You gotta know how to ask him a question. All right, Reg, watch this. Is there a guy out there from Cross Atlantic Palm Road
Man, come
who
on. Let's move on
who's
to another
saying they
subject.
did some time? Who's saying they did some
Well, we
time?
all know. I believe. You never hear me say nothing bad about LG. You have never ever heard me
Hey,
say
Reggie.
anything bad about
Reggie.
LG.
I got
He gotta know how to. That's his homeboy though. Y'all leave him alone,
Hey,
bro.
hey,
like
Reggie,
man,
talking about
bro.
that podcast, is it true that Suge is taping a podcast with Vlad or a Vlad?
Huh?
Is Suge Knight taping a podcast? Vlad. Vlad
I
TV.
never heard. Oh, I never heard that. I don't know that. I don't know. The way Vlad has. Well, I don't think Suge would mess with Vlad.
Now he ain't gonna fuck with Vlad.
Why not?
Wrong move.
People. Well,
Vlad
there's
a good
things that
dude. Why not?
I don't have a problem with Vlad. I just don't think Suge would because of things that has been said. Just like I think there's some conversations that will probably have to happen between Vlad and Suge. And I don't know if either one of them are in the position to do like Wack and Vlad did, sit down, hear
No,
each
I
other
can
out.
call Vlad and fix it.
Yeah,
Fuck
I'm
this
saying
nigga. I ain't
if you
fixing
want,
shit.
I'm saying, but I said to sit down like that. I don't know if Suge would be willing to do that just yet. No, well, that ain't true. Suge could do anything if the price is right.
Hey,
So,
so
but
like, hey Reggie, so like basically a lot of people like the internet, you know what I'm saying, they be talking about like the relationship of how Wack came into Death Row and they
okay.
say brung him to Death Row. Like when you first meet Wack 100 and like
Mm,
what type of person was he at that time?
it was through Prue Wider, and then and I just explained this on a live stream last night, or maybe on that other guy's channel last night. I forget where it was. 'Cause I talked for about 7 hours last night. But um, it was through Pooh Rider from Pacoima, and Wack pretty much was just coming around with Pooh and them, and soaking up game. Asking questions. You have different type of guys. You have guys that like to soak up game, and you can tell the business sense. And then you have guys that just who you want me to slap. Who can I go slap? How can I make some money? How can I get in the good graces? And Wack was the type of guy that was like, uh, well, what this mean? What is this? Where? Oh, okay. Y'all generating this much a quarter? Uh, from the catalog. Oh, okay. So that's why you want to own your catalog. And so that was the type of. It was a guy named Big Jake who got killed in '95, and Wack were the only two that I remember that were like that. My boy Bob Gotti, he kind of cared and all that, but then he didn't. He go in and out. But those three guys were the two that really want to learn. Everybody else, even my boy Buntry, as much as I love Buntry and all that, he can give a fuck about the business. It was just like what you need, where we at, what we doing, you know. and so you had those type of guys, and so that's how me and Wack relationship
Could
got
you
cool.
tell them, Reg, who is the dude who allowed me and let me in to the death row offices first?
Well, I'll have to take blame for that.
Okay, hold on. Who was
Yeah,
the dude that made the call
to
because
sure.
certain incidents happened, right? And too Suge to even mention my name.
Yeah, no, Wack was someone that after I believe it was the incident
At the Santa Monica
at the Soul
Museum
Train.
over there.
Yeah, after the Soul Train award show, that's when I was like, okay, because him, Keita Rock, and my boy K9, he always get mad about that incident, but I know he was there. But it was people like that was there that and and I remember Wack and of course Keita Rock, who was already kind of in, but they stood out from their actions. Well, how could I say it better? Well, how everything went down that night.
What
We
happened
was
that night, Reggie? Can you
work
tell us
that
that
night.
story? What happened that
We was
night? Can you tell
putting
us that
in work.
story? Tell us that story,
Man,
Reggie.
y'all
We
give
was
me
moving
y'all
these
get niggas
kids.
mad.
Everything,
Well, I don't
everything,
care. But
everything alleged. Reggie, we just want to hear the
okay.
story.
As I remember it, oh shit. Well, I don't tell allegedly because the shit it happened. It happened. Well, fuck it. So we were there. The Long Beach dudes was over there. No disrespect to none of them, because I like all of them. A lot of them within it. I even like Fabian now. Wack got me liking Fabian for some
That's
reason.
my nigga. Shout
Uh,
out Big Fave. My
yeah,
partner.
yeah. And so Fabian was their guy. There was their gun guy. he, he eventually one day shot my boy Swoop G allegedly, and so he was their guy, and so we were there, and Peter Rock and Wack was over there, and they got into it with I think it was Nate Dogg, and
They about 9 or 10 of them niggas over there.
but it was a bunch of them. But I remember Nate Dogg being one of the main ones, because
Yeah.
whenever I name artists, they always got onto people around them. Artists generally not by themselves, And so there was a ruffle in there, and it was a major. I mean, it wasn't big in that Soul Train when the floor clear, and so they were over there fighting and did whatever they did to Nate Dogg, rest in peace. But Nate Dogg is one dude I always liked from Long Beach. Me and Nate Dogg done had many a gun plays with some dudes together. I don't have to make it quick because my therapy is about to hit here, and I got to go do something. But anyway, man, we was in there. We got into a big argument with those niggas. Gunplay happened. Of course, I pointed my gun at Fabian. Fabian had his out, and then Fabian and Nate Dogg took off and ran after
Hey,
everything went
Reg,
down.
you remember I
And
snatched the limo driver out? Said, nah, nigga, you ain't driving this one. Not tonight.
yeah, yeah, that was in the car. And no Santa Monica,
Yeah,
man.
nigga, it was hot.
But let me just tell y'all, the last thing I do remember though.
Shout out to Death for the Cloud Chasers, Wack 100, whole 100 side, man. Everybody tuning in, please keep that notification bell turned on at all times so you don't miss out on no more premium content, as I will deliver 24/7 around the clock. That was most definitely a lot of content right there, man. Replay value for sure. Hope y'all run these numbers up. Stay active in them comments, man. The more engagement, the more reviews. And there we go, man. Let's keep it rocking and rolling. You already know. Everybody out there gritting and grinding. Salute. Hard work pays off. Stay down until you come up, man. Apply yourself. Be proactive. There's one thing to talk about it. You gotta be about it. Yet again, I appreciate the support. Everybody tuning in, man. Without y'all, there is no Reggae TV. You feel me? So we gonna run it up and keep the content coming, and be on the lookout for the next video, man. I'll be dropping real soon, so stay tuned. But until next time, it's your boy Reggae, and I'm gone. God bless. Peace. Thanks for watching another reaction video. I'm out.